But if you go around and like we've talked about this off air for sure, and maybe in a previous podcast, but I don't think so. But like if you go around and talk to someone, like the politics is just like the easiest realm to do this in. So like you talk to someone from the left, their talking points and the things that they believe in or think are important, they would be convinced that everyone agrees with them because everyone they speak to, for the most part, also agrees with them. And everyone they follow and everyone they like pay attention to agrees. That, call it now the right, that exists exactly the same way on their side. And only crazy people, say you're on the left, only crazy people think the stuff on the right. And then the inverse is true. Only crazy people, if you're on the right, only crazy people think the stuff on the left. The reality is that like if my finger represents left and right, you guys are like right here. You're barely even separate. You're on the same, you're essentially the same. But we have this in our mind that we're way out here. We're so far apart. And I think what the reason I bring that up and what like is upsetting about that in the realm of like what you're saying with unfollowing and stopping, like you're losing so much opportunity to learn because you're just writing someone off as like, I don't agree with them. So even if you don't think that that person has the same beliefs as you, or that you don't agree with what they have to say and you don't think that there's value in what they have to say, like a lot of times like there's you can extract a ton of value from people who don't think the way you do. And it's really natural to want to surround yourself with people that are just like you because you can talk to them easily, you can get along with them easier because you don't get in arguments, whatever it might be. But in reality, like the most learning, at least for me, like some of the most interesting conversations I've had, or like the moments where I've learned a lot, forget about sports or hockey, I mean, sure, in that, but just in life, is like when you hear someone talk about something that is, it's totally different than what you experienced growing up, or it's totally different than what you had thought about that thing in the past. So like it takes a certain amount of like, I guess, self-awareness to be like, maybe am I only hearing one side of this? And I'm not perfect at it, and I absolutely get sucked into the same thing that we all do. I just think like the more that you can be aware that like, hey, Drew just put out this article and I think he's an idiot, but that doesn't mean I need to unfollow him because like, I don't know, there might be something in the future that he says that I agree with and that I want to learn more about. Or there was something in the past and like that snap judgment and just like, yep, one thing, unfollowed, done listening to him. Like what there's no value then, or you're losing a lot of value by doing that. And I think more often than not, that's how a lot of us